You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, Lim. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Say man, hey man, it's OG Jucario, and I'm back at you another episode of the Rundown Podcast. And the attorney, Tony Buzbee, out of Houston, that's repping alleged victims, is now being sued for assault. That's right. The attorney that's representing the victims of Diddy, allegedly, he says he has 120 of these victims, right? He's now being sued for assault himself. A divorced client says a champagne flute was used as a weapon. Let's get right to it. Now, as I pull up the article, TMZ says this right here. The lawyer representing more than 120 alleged victims of Diddy has now himself been sued for assault, TMZ has learned. Wow. A woman suing as Jane Doe claims to have been a former client of Tony Buzbee. She has filed a lawsuit obtained by TMZ in which she alleges that the attorney assaulted her while repping her in a divorce case. Yikes. The documents do not lay out specifics of the alleged assault, but a source connected to the woman tells TMZ she is alleging she was in a public place when Busbee saw her, flew into a fit of rage, and allegedly pushed a champagne flute into her face, chipping her tooth. She says she has both medical and dental records to prove her injuries. She also alleges that he committed malpractice, claiming he messed up her divorce case, costing her millions of dollars. We're told that the alleged assault occurred several years ago. Now, TMZ continues to say that the woman's lawyer, Jeremy Bauer, says TMZ, Tony Buzbee is a hypocrite. There is nothing worse than when a black hat masquerades as a white hat. Wow. Busbee tells TMZ, that's crazy fiction, like really crazy, like ridiculously crazy. I would ask if the lawyer bringing this silly case is friends with a lawyer from the firm that brought the other extortion case. All this will be exposed soon, says Tony Buzbee. Right? Busbee adds, we won't be bullied or silenced by frivolous cases being filed against me or my clients. All of this is false, and I won't tolerate defamation. The woman said that the Texas-based lawyer charmed her and convinced her to go out on a date. She says she ventured to Busbee's hometown of Houston to grab dinner with him before they took in a show. Okay. After the performance, the woman says Busbee booked a room at a 5-star hotel where he seduced her. The two allegedly had sexual intercourse without Busbee revealing he had a venereal disease, which is not specifically named in the suit. And as I said, when I read that article from TMZ earlier, when this first broke, right, back in November, this wasn't named. Now, the woman says after she left the hotel the next day, she started to feel uncomfortable sensations around her groin, prompting her to meet with a doctor who tested her. And let's check this out. Okay, she met with the doctor who tested her and determined she had a sexually transmitted disease from her encounter with Busbee. Yikes. Immediately, the woman said she contacted Busbee to deliver the bad news, and he apologized to her, but seemed unsurprised because she claims he already knew he had a venereal disease. That's nasty. The woman goes on to say that Busbee asked her not to disclose her diagnosis to anyone and vowed to provide free legal advice as compensation. Really, free legal advice. That's crazy. The woman says she was filled with shame and grief, but continued to hook up with Busbee. Really? That's nasty work. Who allegedly kept her on a short leash so he could manipulate her into keeping his secret under wraps. The woman says Busbee invited her on trips to Panama and NYC where he owned a home. TMZ broke the story, as I said earlier, what I read, when it first came out. According to a complaint the woman filed last month, Busbee flew into a fit of rage and pushed a champagne flute into her face while they were at a bar doing one of their NYC trips. Man, this is getting nasty. The woman says she has both medical and dental records to prove she suffered the injuries, including the chipped tooth. Busbee tells TMZ her lawsuit is a criminal conspiracy to discredit and intimidate him from pursuing claims in the Diddy litigation. He calls the suit false, frivolous, laughable, and ridiculous, and will be dismissed along with other suits. He says he has reported the lawyer who filed the latest suit to the relevant legal authorities and will be taking legal action against him and his client. So this is what TMZ put out as far as Tony Buzbee, the lawyer the Diddy Accusers are using, okay? And this is 120 some accusers that are saying that Diddy did certain things to him, right? And they're looking to get monetary gain from these accusations and allegations levied against Diddy. Yeah. Now, if you've been keeping up with all the Diddy drama, right? This lawsuit that this woman is, going forward with now that TMZ is reporting on it for the second time, and including that, Tony Buzbee allegedly gave this woman a STI, right? They didn't say that, at first in the initial report that I read in the beginning. But now, Tony Buzbee is saying this is definitely a smear campaign. And he wonders if the same people over at RocNation, right, Alex Shapiro, who's Jay-Z lawyer, is behind this whole ordeal. Well, if it is, who knows? But Tony Buzbee saying he's going to get down to the bottom of it. And he's going to prove all this stuff is false allegations. And it will be dropped. It will be dismissed. Okay? Now, this comes after Tony Buzbee responded to Jay-Z's lawyer doing a PowerPoint, right? Rebutting all the allegations and the statements that the woman, the Jane Doe, said in an interview with NBC News, okay? And Tony Buzbee had filed a lawsuit saying that, Jay-Z and his firm are paying people, right? Private investigators to go around and dig up old cases that he handled and try to get them to file cases, right? Lawsuits against Tony Buzbee. And now Busbee is filing his suit. And now they come right back today with this accuser, okay? That is saying that Busbee gave her a venereal disease, right? During a relationship they obviously had while she was going through a divorce that Tony Buzbee was handling for her, right? Him and his firm. And now, it went from assault to now Busbee giving her alleged STI during their romantic relationship at that time. Now, why does this all matter, you guys? It really doesn't matter when it comes to the Diddy drama, all the Diddy accusations or whatever that's levied against Diddy. This has nothing to do with that. So this is why Tony Buzbee is saying this obviously must be a smear campaign, right? To damage my name, my reputation, and make me look bad. Right? And in some sort of fashion, I can understand why Busbee would say this, because if you're a man like Jay-Z, a billionaire, right, and you damage his reputation, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go all out to damage yours and make you look bad as well, shame you as well, embarrass you all together like Jay-Z, had to go through. So could Tony Buzbee be on the right track as far as he's saying that, he's going to find out if the same people over at RocNation, Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Shapiro, and those who work for Jay-Z, right, are behind this woman going forward with this smear campaign, now saying that Busbee gave her a STI during this alleged romantic relationship they shared while Busbee was representing her in her divorce case. And the woman went on to say that, Busbee messed her marriage divorce case up and messed her out of millions of dollars that she was supposed to receive. And hey, a woman scorned is definitely a woman torn. So who knows if this woman is telling the truth about, Busbee giving her this STI or not. But like I said before, that has nothing to do with what Diddy and his alleged accusations and allegations that are being levied against him have going on. I mean, nothing at all. But, the RocNation lawyers, right? Alex Shapiro and Jay-Z and his team are definitely going hard at Tony Buzbee. Okay, they're not attacking the victim. Okay, Alex Shapiro already, tried to, rebut what this alleged victim was saying about what happened in 2000 with Diddy and Jay-Z and this unnamed celebrity B, which is a female, okay, who they have not outed yet. All right, Busbee has not outed this celebrity B female at all, but now new reports are saying that Alex Shapiro, outed Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, as the celebrity B, but in actuality, he was just basically saying, yes, Diddy was with J-Lo that night because she received, an award or whatnot, and they were partying together at two different nightclubs during 2000. Now, we done got to the point where both sides are filing lawsuits on each other. Seems like every day a new lawsuit is coming. Jay and them was, saying that Tony Buzbee was coercing people to file false lawsuits against Jay to extort money out of him. Like this Jane Doe has, come forth with this allegation that allegedly happened back in 2000 with her, Diddy, and Jay-Z, and an unknown celebrity B it's a female that wasn't named in this case, okay? And now, you got Tony Buzbee and his people are saying, look, we have evidence that Jay-Z is paying private investigators, right, to go out and talk to people who Busbee represented in the past, right, to file lawsuits, false lawsuits, as Busbee is claiming, against Busbee and his firm, right? And Busbee saying all this is a smear campaign to, get him to stop working on the Diddy litigation and get, justice for these victims. And justice, I mean, as far as civil court goes, money. All right. So, who knows what's really going on at the end of the day, if these things are true or not. Busbee showed his receipts and showed that the people who, were contacting, his people that he had cases with, right? The evidence that Jay-Z is linked to these people. Okay, Jay-Z and RocNation, his firm, is linked to the same people who contacted, these old clients of Busbee's, trying to offer money and trying to get them to file false accusations against Busbee as a smear campaign. And let's not forget that, Jay-Z and his team, his firm came out saying that, look, we have proof that when people left Busbee's firm, they contacted us over here at RocNation and said that Busbee was trying to get people, trying to coerce them into saying false allegations and file false lawsuits against Jay to extort him out of money. Okay, so it was more than just, one case, obviously, okay? And, Jay and them had already alleged this about Busbee and his firm. So now we're seeing a back and forth, of lawsuits go on between the two, all right? And it's not looking good at all. It's a bunch of nasty work going on here, you guys. Now, when these allegations were levied against Jay-Z and Diddy, right? Jay-Z and his firm, right? Alex Shapiro, the lawyer, they asked the judge dismiss this case immediately. And we got to know that by the judge not dismissing this case, immediately as, Jay-Z and his team requested. We got to know that something is definitely brewing behind the scenes, you guys. It's not looking good at all since that lawyer, requested this action of dismissal. Why hasn't it been dismissed? So y'all let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal in the comment section. Because like I said, man, every day is something new with the Jay-Z and the Diddy and the Busbee allegations. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all let me know what y'all think. And until the next time, this is OG Jucario TV with the latest in rap, hip-hop, celebrity, and urban news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spending with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than Buddha, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.